Welcome, friends. Today, I have a beautiful Zen story that will make you reflect deeply on life. Imagine being trapped between a hungry tiger and a deep, deadly abyss. What would you do? In this tale, a man finds himself in just such a situation, and instead of panic, he makes an unexpected choice that holds a powerful lesson for all of us. It's a story about fear, acceptance, and finding joy in the simplest things, even when life seems impossible. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into this thought-provoking journey together. The sun was slowly setting over the dense forest, casting streaks of golden light through the canopy of towering trees. A lone traveler named Arjun wandered through the wilderness. He had always been a restless soul, searching for meaning, peace, and adventure in every corner of the world. His journey had taken him far from his village, deep into the heart of untamed wilderness. Arjun was lost in thought, reflecting on his disappointments. Life hadn't turned out the way he had imagined. His dreams, ambitions, and expectations seemed like distant fantasies, slipping further from his grasp. The deeper he wandered into the forest, the heavier his mind grew, weighed down by frustration and regret. Suddenly, from the bushes behind him, came a rustling sound. Startled, he turned to find himself face to face with a tiger, a beast of magnificent size, eyes glowing with hunger. Arjun's heart pounded violently in his chest. His survival instincts kicked in, and he ran with every ounce of strength in his body. The tiger pursued him relentlessly, its paws pounding the earth like thunder. Arjun dashed through the undergrowth, dodging branches and leaping over roots. His breath became ragged, but he couldn't afford to stop. Soon, his path led him to the edge of a towering cliff. Below was a deep chasm, with jagged rocks waiting to devour anyone unfortunate enough to fall. With the tiger closing in, Arjun had no choice but to grab hold of a vine dangling from the cliff's edge. Desperately, he climbed down, clinging to the vine with trembling hands. He looked down at the abyss below. It seemed endless. Above him, the tiger stood at the cliff's edge, roaring in frustration. Arjun's escape had bought him some time, but it was not without cost. He was now hanging precariously between life and death, with no way forward and no way back. As he dangled from the vine, sweat dripping down his face, two small mice emerged from a crevice in the cliff. One was white, the other black. To his horror, they began gnawing on the vine. Panic surged through Arjun's veins. Each bite the mice took brought him closer to his doom. He thought, "Why does life mock me so?" His situation was hopeless. Trapped between the tiger above and the abyss below, with the mice slowly unraveling his lifeline. Fear gripped his heart, but then something strange happened. As he scanned the vine in desperation, he noticed a small, bright red strawberry growing just within his reach. Its plump surface glistened with tiny droplets of morning dew. In that moment, everything else, his fear, his regrets, the tiger, the abyss, seemed to fade into the background. Without a second thought, Arjun reached out, plucked the strawberry, and placed it in his mouth. The sweetness of the fruit was unlike anything he had ever tasted. It was as if the universe had condensed all the joy, beauty, and flavor of life into that one tiny berry. For a fleeting moment, Arjun felt pure bliss. He closed his eyes, savoring the moment, letting the fear and frustration melt away. For that brief instant, life was perfect. He wasn't thinking about the past or worrying about the future. All that mattered was the strawberry, and the incredible sweetness it brought. The sweetness of the strawberry lingered on Arjun's tongue, and with it came an unexpected sense of clarity. He thought to himself, I am dangling from a vine, with death waiting below and danger lurking above. Yet, in this fleeting moment, life has given me a gift, a single strawberry. How strange it is that amidst such fear, I can still find joy. The mice continued to gnaw at the vine, and the tiger above paced impatiently, growling at the edge of the cliff. Yet, for the first time in his life, Arjun felt strangely at peace. It was as if the chaos around him had no power over his mind. He realized something profound. Life was not about waiting for circumstances to change. It was about how he responded to them. He smiled, not because his situation had improved, but because he understood now. He thought, why waste what little time I have left in fear or frustration? This moment is mine, and I choose to live it fully, even if it's my last. The vine continued to weaken, and Arjun knew his time was running out. Yet he felt no anger, no sorrow. Instead, he whispered to himself, if this is the way life ends, then so be it. I will not let fear steal the sweetness of the present. As the mice gnawed through the last threads of the vine, a sense of freedom washed over him. He had spent his life chasing happiness, thinking it lay somewhere in the future or buried in the memories of the past. But here, dangling from the edge of existence, he had found it in the most unexpected place, in the taste of a single strawberry. Suddenly, a thought occurred to him. What if the tiger, the mice, and the abyss are not my enemies but my teachers? The tiger had forced him to run, to act, to confront the inevitability of death. The mice reminded him that time was always ticking, gnawing away at every moment. And the abyss, though terrifying, taught him the value of each breath, each heartbeat, each tiny pleasure. He chuckled softly, realizing how ironic life could be. All my life, I've searched for peace, and now, at the edge of death, I finally understand what it means. Just as he prepared to accept his fate, something unexpected happened. The vine snapped, and Arjun began to fall. Yet, instead of panic, he felt only gratitude. He had tasted the sweetness of life, and that was enough. But fate had one final twist in store. As he fell, the branches of a tree growing from the cliffside broke his fall, and he landed safely on a narrow ledge below. Dazed but unharmed, Arjun lay there for a moment, staring up at the sky, the taste of the strawberry still fresh in his mind. A soft breeze brushed against his face, carrying with it the scent of wildflowers. He laughed, a deep, heartfelt laugh, realizing the absurdity of it all. Life is unpredictable, full of dangers and delights. But in the end, what matters is not how long we live, but how fully we embrace each moment. With newfound wisdom, Arjun climbed down the cliff and returned to his village. He shared his story with the people, not as a tale of survival, but as a lesson in mindfulness. He told them, life is a fragile vine, and time gnaws at it like mice. Fear will always be the tiger at our heels, and uncertainty the abyss below. But between all that, there will always be a strawberry, some small joy waiting to be savored. The villagers listened intently, moved by his words. Arjun's encounter with the tiger and the strawberry became a legend, a reminder to embrace life fully, no matter the circumstances. People began to appreciate the small joys in their everyday lives. The warmth of the sun, the laughter of children, the taste of simple food. And so, Arjun lived the rest of his life with peace in his heart, knowing that happiness was not something to chase, but something to experience in the here and now. He had learned that even in the face of fear, uncertainty, and inevitable change, life could still be sweet, like the taste of a wild strawberry. True peace comes from living fully in the present moment. Life is unpredictable, with its share of fear and uncertainty, but happiness lies in embracing each moment as it comes. Just like Arjun's strawberry, joy can be found in the simplest things, if we are willing to savor them without fear or regret.